Hey guys, it is Kylie and I just want to say welcome back to my channel and I hope you enjoy this new video. So for the past few months I have been asked more than 10 million times one question only, and that is, why did I transfer? So I decided to make a YouTube video to help some other people or anybody that may be questioning why I transferred or wondering, or maybe you are considering transferring yourself. When I was considering transferring, one thing that really helped me was hearing other people's experiences and watching other people's videos explaining why they transferred or why they were considering transferring, and it really helped me a lot. So I hope to do the same thing for you. So I'm going to rewind back to high school and start talking about how I picked my first school and why it changed and all of that stuff. So all 4 years of high school I was set on going to one school and one school only, and that was University of Central Florida. That was my dream school. That's where I wanted to go. I absolutely love Orlando. Orlando is home to me. I adore Orlando. There's so much to do here and there's so many different types of people and it's just absolutely incredible. So all 4 years I was set on going to UCF and that was it. There was no other schools that I was considering. There were schools that I liked, but there was no other school that really compared to UCF. There was one school that I liked, but I didn't think that I liked it as much as UCF, but we'll get to that in just a second. So senior year rolls around and I made my decision. I was going to UCF, obviously. So midway through senior year, my first semester, I get an acceptance letter to Alabama. And I was really shocked when I got it. Not because I wasn't thinking I wasn't going to get in, but mostly because I was just really shocked at how I felt when I got that acceptance letter. It was like a really genuinely happy feeling, and I was like, oh my goodness, I got accepted to Alabama. Oh my goodness, that'd be so cool if I went there. And so for the first time in 4 years, I was reconsidering going to my dream school. And it was really hard for me to feel that way because I felt like my entire 4 years I was so sure about wanting to go to UCF, and I felt like I was so positive that UCF was a school for me. So when I started to feel different feelings, it was a little bit scary. So during my second semester of my senior year, I started asking my friends and my family what I should do. Where do they think that I would fit in the best? What was the best for me? And instead of listening to my heart and my own feelings, I kind of just listened to everyone else. And of course everyone else is like, oh my god, go to UCF. That's your dream school. You wanted to go to UCF since you were really young. And it's perfect career-wise, and you're gonna have so many opportunities. You definitely should go to UCF. So I decided to go to UCF, even though I was a little bit not sure if I wanted to go there, even though I was a little bit kind of in love with Alabama and going to that school. So after I graduated, I moved to Orlando to work at SeaWorld, and I worked at SeaWorld over the summer, and I was just going to go to UCF in the fall, and I was going to move into my dorm. So during the summer I thought about it a lot, and I kind of had a lot of time to think to myself without having other people's opinions influence me. So in June I went and talked to somebody, and I told her how I was feeling, a friend of mine, an older lady, and I talked to her and I was telling her I wasn't sure if UCF was a school for me because I kind of felt like I wanted to go to Alabama. And she was like, you know what, if you go to Alabama and you don't like it, guess what, you can transfer. And I was like, you're right. If I don't like it, I'm not stuck there. It's not permanent. I was like, you know what? You're right. So, let's sneeze. That was so gross. Hold on. Okay, we're good. So I told her, and I was like, you know what? You're right. You're completely right. So last minute, June, 2 months before school starts, I decide to ditch the whole UCF idea and sign up for recruitment and orientation at Alabama. And my entire family and all my friends were like, what are you doing? you're out of your mind, like this is so last minute. And I was like, I don't know what it is, I just have a gut feeling that I'm supposed to go to Alabama. So in July, I went to Bama Bound and I saw the campus for the first time ever. Note, I never went and toured Alabama. I was just in love with the pictures and the videos and like what I'd heard about it. And when I went to orientation, I fell in love. Like, to this day, I still think that Alabama has the prettiest college campus that I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you have not been to the University of Alabama before, you've not experienced college. Like, I can just tell you that right now, like, Alabama is gorgeous. So I went to orientation and I was like, you know what, like this is right, like I know I made the right decision. So I went through recruitment and I joined a sorority and I made tons of friends, and like the first semester was absolutely amazing. Like I loved it. It was just incredible. Like the people that I met, and it was so like diverse and it was incredible. Well, second semester rolls around and I started to feel a little bit different, and I started reconsidering why I was there, and I was like, why am I here? Like, I really don't have any opportunities. There's like no clubs or anywhere that I can volunteer, or anything that I can do to help me with my career. And I kind of felt a little stuck and a little bit claustrophobic. And even though I had friends and stuff, like there was nothing there for me to really do anything to move up in my career or get experience, and just I felt kind of like I was back home again. And I grew up in a small town and I don't like small towns. I'm very much a city girl. So I started to look into transferring, and it was so scary, and I didn't tell anybody besides my mom and my boyfriend because I was terrified as to what people were going to think. I'm very much a person who was afraid of disappointing my friends or my family or other people around me, which is like stupid, I know. I should like only care about my opinion sometimes, but I was very like afraid that my friends were gonna hate me and that my family was gonna be upset and disappointed in me for transferring. So I started to look into transferring, and I looked into multiple schools. I looked into transferring to University of Minnesota and Michigan and USC and UCF, and I started to get a little nervous, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna transfer, I'm gonna stay here. Like, I'm gonna stay here, I have to stay here. It's just temporary how I'm feeling. And the longer I was there, the second semester, like the worse I began to feel, and I just wasn't happy. I didn't feel like I was at home in Alabama, and even though I kind of made it my home, like I wasn't fully myself there. I wasn't at my highest. I kind of felt that I was turning into a person that I wasn't. And so even though it was super hard, I finally just made the decision to transfer, and I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna stick with it. So I applied to UCF and I got in, and I told all my friends and my family that I was transferring, and it was by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do, especially for my friends in Alabama, because the people that I met in Alabama like will be my friends till the day I die. Like my big is my other half, and like everyone there in my sorority like I loved, and all my best guy friends, it was so hard telling every single one of them that I wasn't coming back in the fall. And even though it was hard, I kind of felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Like I felt like I was finally doing what made me happy instead of what made everyone else happy. And I am a big believer that everything happens for a reason, and so I think that I was supposed to go to Alabama. Like I was supposed to transfer, and even though it didn't work out, like I made so many friends and I grew up so much during my time in Alabama. Like I felt like I turned into a completely different person, and I matured so much, and it was absolutely incredible, and I will always love the University of Alabama. Like if you're considering going there, like go there, you will not regret it. It's the most beautiful like college in this entire world. So I've only been at UCF for about 3 weeks now, and it has been so overwhelming. It has been absolutely insane. I can tell you that. It has been the most crazy experience of my entire life. Going to a campus was like 36,000 to 69,000. UCF is the second largest university in the United States, so the amount of people here is insane. And also going from like little like Tuscaloosa, Alabama to Orlando, Florida is very different because it's much more diverse in Orlando than it is in Alabama. So my first week here was really hard. It was really hard seeing all my friends go back to Alabama and my friends posting and everyone like moving in with each other. That was like really difficult, and I can tell you that when you see all your friends going back to school, it's gonna be like a really emotional time for you. Like I cried so much my first week here. It was unreal. I'm super emotional, so like maybe you won't cry, but I definitely cried a lot just because like I missed everyone, and I missed like, you know, certain things there like Buffalo Phil's and like stupid stuff. But like it was really hard for me to watch all my friends go back and I wasn't there with them. So the first week was a little difficult. I only knew like a few people here, like some friends from high school and a girl that I met in orientation, and then a few girls that were gonna earn Pi Phi here because I was a Pi Phi at Alabama, and I was planning on reaffiliating with Pi Phi here, which I'm now Pi Phi UCF, so that's awesome. But it was really hard the first week because I wasn't really familiar with the campus. It kind of felt like I was a freshman again, and it's definitely gonna feel like that. When you transfer, you kind of feel like you're starting over again because you don't know where anything is, you don't know like where people go. It's just like a very new experience. So like it's been really hard, but I feel after like 3 weeks of being here, I feel really content and I feel really happy, and I feel like I made the right decision. And even though I miss Alabama and I miss all my friends, I feel like I'm doing what's best for me. And if you're considering transferring right now and you have no idea what to do, like go with your gut. Don't listen to your friends, don't listen to your family. Like do what you want to do, like do what makes you happy. And make sure you're transferring for like the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. Like if you're transferring because like something like minor or something that might be the exact same, like maybe you're unable to like make friends at your new college and you're gonna transfer to another university to make better friends, like it's gonna you're gonna have the same problem when you go to your new university. Like make sure the reasons you're transferring are like sincere and real and are not gonna be a problem at the next place that you go to. But although it was stressful and so crazy the past like year, I do not regret any of my decisions because I think everything happens for a reason. Okay guys, thanks for watching my video. Please like it, subscribe, and check back for more videos. Oh, and also feel free to comment if you guys have any more questions about the transferring process or anything else that I did not mention in the video. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye guys.